Hey, my babies, it's the even more fabulous Mother Love coming to you live in the living color and working on my new do. I'm just trying to see how cute I'm going to be for the rest of the show. I met this lady. We were at the Black Women for Wellness. It was a great day of wellness from the Black Women of Wellness. They put on an absolutely, I thought it was a wonderful event, and I had all kind of vendors. Us as a people, I mean, coming together in the village like we're supposed to come together as a village. And I met her. I met a fellow village dweller. Her name is Shawnda Stewart, and she just does everything. I mean, I think, are you part Jamaican? Welcome to the program. Thank you for joining me today.
You are welcome. You are so welcome. I'm happy to be here.
Now, okay, now we'll work out to see your face directly. And so, first, I want to talk about you, and what got you motivated. I want to know where you're from, how many brothers and sisters you have, if any. Did people think you was crazy? Hey, it's Mother Love. Come on, tell Mother Love what's up.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. I'm from Long Beach, California, born and raised. I've been married for about 35 years. I have four children. Um, Here we go. Can Let me see.
Okay, wait. Okay, let me ask you this. Because when you be married as long as you and I have been married, especially in California, do they look at you like a unicorn? Like, wow, they must have magical stuff. They're still married. Oh my goodness. Where'd you meet your husband? Oh, wait, I done lost her whole feed. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. I might have her. Wait, I got it. I got you, baby. I got you, girl. I got you, girl. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl.
I
Hey,
told
you
y'all she
got
was
it.
beautiful. Wait a minute, and I was just asking, because when I met you at the Women for Wellness, and it was kind of really strange because I don't know, maybe it's me, and I'm like that with people, but I just felt such an aura from you and such a vibe. And then when you introduced me to your husband, he was like, "Look, don't ask me nothing. I just stand here and do stuff." And I was like, "Oh, he's like my husband, because in a relationship." There are two people, okay? And it's the crazy person and the person who takes care of the crazy person. Which one
Right.
are you? Which one are you?
I'm the person that does all the stuff. He's the person that sits on the side and says, "What do you need me to do?"
Okay.
Okay, I got you, but like you said, don't ask me any questions.
Wait a minute, but
Can't
see,
help
that's
with
just
that.
what it is. So you already know you the crazy person. Because that's the guy that got to keep us in check. My husband is, listen, I tell people all the time, I don't get out much because I could wreak havoc and run amok.
Exactly.
Get over here. I will go in the center of some gang people. Like, what y'all doing? Why you marking up your neighborhood? Which one of y'all is paying a house note or rent in here? And they look at me like, well,
It
I don't
should
know what
be
he's talking about, my love. I live with my grand. So
right.
you living with a 70-year-old woman that's on a fixed income and you walking around acting like a fool. Boy, sit down. And they would say, oh,
You
she
not having
checked
more
you.
time for that.
I'm sure you heard the phrase, God watches over old folks, babies, and fools.
Absolutely. Mm.
So tell us that you grew up in Long Beach. Oh, because y'all coming up big and strong, girl. Los Angeles, the Olympics are going to be here. We're going to be
That's
down in Los.
right, and
You know
I
what?
can't
I don't
wait.
call it Long Beach. Maybe y'all, I don't know if you know this about me. I don't call it Long Beach. I call y'all Strong Beach.
Yeah, so you in the know, huh? That's it. We are strong beach because we are a strong town. It's like we're like close knit. Like when we went to Long Beach Poly, it seems like it was the school of
Mhm,
every era, and it
mhm.
looks like we just keep that close niche. It's like wherever we go, if we just say that school and you're from Long Beach, it's like a family. We kind of take care of each other. So Strong Beach is so befitting for our town because we're close knit there.
Oh,
Everybody knows
absolutely.
everybody. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I felt right at home the first time I went to Long Beach, and I didn't realize it was that close. You know, to, I was like, really? Oh, we go on to Strong Beach all the time. They say, oh, no, Mother Love, it's Long Beach. I said, no, it's Strong Beach.
Yeah, it's a very
I have
diverse
to correct.
town.
Sometimes I have to
Mhm.
take them to the house of correction. So now you're growing up. Where did you meet your husband?
At Long Beach
At,
Poly, but it was kind of those things like he kind of liked me, I liked him. the little schoolhouse love, but we
Mm,
really didn't come out with it. We're 2 years apart. It
mm,
really kind of happened in college at Cal State Long Beach. He had a baseball scholarship, was going there,
mm.
and I went there just, for academics to study. And it really kind of came out then, how we felt about each other. We started dating. And then it went from there. And ever since college, we've been together. And now we look up, it's 35 years. He's
Girl,
almost like my brother, like we brother and sister. People sometimes say, oh, and you guys are starting to look alike now. You've been married so long. He looked like your brother. No,
no,
no.
they don't get it. They really don't get it. And they think a lot of people, when you're in a solid relationship and you got support around you for what you want to do, and you just seem like, not that you have harebrained schemes. You're like, oh, I think I want to be an agent. I think I want to sell insurance. Oh, I think I want to be a serial entrepreneur, because you got like 15 jobs. I know you got some Jamaican in you, because that's what my brother said me. They say, you're hard working here in America. They
Only,
come from Jamaica. You got 15 jobs.
yeah, yeah, only 15. I'm
Yes.
not max till I had
See,
20, right? Because
hey,
I'm part
hey,
Jamaican.
hey, Missy, stop. Would you? We're supposed to make this look like work, and it's not. No, because it really is a passion. When did you know that you were meant to be in these many different areas, and you are excelling all of them? What came first, and what motivated you to want to go into insurance, especially
So
with our people?
yes, yes, it's definitely been a journey. What brought me here was my own. To be quite honest,
Mhm.
I fell on tragedy in my family. My father, he and my mom. Things kind of broke up after a number of years of their marriage, and when that happens, your children they're always going to be your blood. And whether people stay together or not, if your children are your blood, so when something happens, they still have to come see about you if mom and dad split. So in this case,
Because that's
mom and
on them. You can divorce your wife or husband. You cannot divorce your children.
that's right. They're always going to be your kids. And at the end of the day, I learned that,
Mhm.
and so with surprise, my parents decided to split. And, then my father passed. And when they split, the life insurance was gone. Things changed, in terms of what a couple thought was important. Individuals, in a divorce, sometimes things are differently. I don't need different things. So my father, a lot of time women, we take care of those things that are needed. Life insurance, making sure some things get paid and bills. No disrespect to men, but you know how we are. We the matriarchs in our family. We make sure things get taken care of
Listen,
us women.
listen. We know, you and I know who's going to
Mm-hmm.
fix this as a sugar honey iced tea situation. We are going to be the ones that are going to have to come and pick it up, put on our big girl drawers. And we can't even wear panties when you're working there on a mantra. You got to go get your big girl drawers, put them on, saddle up, and then we hold hands and we hold on to each other, because we will be the village. And when you read the Bible, to me that's like the greatest story like ever told.
I
And
mean, the stories are incredible.
I'm like, really? Ah, see, this is how I knew God had a sense of humor. Has a sense of humor. You can't tell me that the God that made human babies, individuals, and each one of us are uniquely different. But we got the mouth in the same place, your nose is right here, your eyes right here, your ears right here, shoulder right here. We have. You can't tell me. I'm just not gonna listen to. No, I will listen to it, but I know
Yeah,
you
yeah.
lying, 'cause I know you don't know what you're talking about. And so I was. I heard this from my great grandmother. She used to always say, because she grew up in the Jim Crow era, and she
Mm-hmm.
always said, ain't no atheist in the foxhole. I'm like, what's that mean? What's an atheist? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
found out, I don't care what faith, what religion. I done heard Jewish people, I done heard people that are agnostic, I done heard atheists say, Lord Jesus, oh Father God. Now you don't even know him.
Oh, did I say that? Well, after they said, "Uh-oh, I hope nobody heard me say that." You did. Deep down
Out
inside, you
loud.
have some belief there. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when your father passes and there's nothing,
Yeah. There was
and,
there was
and
no
you,
life
you
insurance, and so I had to come in,
mhm.
and make sure he had a
Now, were you
proper
an adult when he
service.
passed away?
He was in
No, were
his
you an
60s.
adult?
Oh yes, absolutely. I
Mm.
was an adult.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
And so
so,
was he adult? What kind of question? Of course he was your dad. Duh. You're supposed to say, duh, Shonda. Yep. I was absolutely a grown adult with my own family and everything. Been
uh-huh,
had married. I mean, probably was married almost 20 years when that happened.
uh-huh,
Because he's been dead about almost 15 now, and we
mhm,
married 35.
mhm,
So yeah, I had to come step in and step up. I mean, my mom was there with me. Of course, you always gonna love. I feel like even if you get divorced from someone, you're gonna always have kind of a special heart, especially if you had kids with them. Even if the children are grown, you probably gonna feel something. I don't know. I haven't been through it, but she let me believe from that experience, being there with me by my side. She was like, "You're gonna take care of it, but I'm here to support you. That's your father." And we had a marriage. It didn't work out, but yeah. And so I had to take care of things, and so that's when I started getting enlightened about life insurance.
mhm.
I
Let me.
never
I
really
gotta listen. I want to ask you this because we all talk, and everybody, especially in our community. As soon as you talk about taking out a life insurance policy, they just go bananas. What you want?
Mhm.
You want me to take out a life insurance? Oh, so you trying to wish me dead? Oh, you.
Don't jinx
And it
me.
shouldn't be called life insurance. It should be called death insurance because you are assuredly going to die. And so
It's
why not make it out to, because the insurance is to help the people that are left behind after you leave the planet, to make sure that
hmm
they're okay. And
That's right.
and I'm telling now, so when your people, these y'all people, when your people, they're my people. Y'all know y'all my people. I can't even not claim y'all, even the crazy ones, even y'all bobo heads. I
Yep.
love you.
That's why you mother love. You got that love for all
I
of us.
do. And
Yep.
I got to
Yeah.
come. Listen, I ain't got time for BS. Life is too short. Come to me, just tell me what I need. So when
hmm
we talk about, and trust me, I have a life insurance policy out on all the people that I love. I'm like Walmart. You drop dead, I'm going to make a profit.
You wrong.
But I tell them that.
But you real
I
though. You
tell them,
100 with
listen,
it.
I tell you, baby, I'm going to mourn. I will be sick to my bed. I mean, oh my goodness. Oh my baby. Oh, I loved her so much. And that's when we go into, I loved her so much. Oh, and she loved me. Oh, no. Miss Love, the mail is in. Oh, I'm going to mourn till the check clear.
Well, it
And
is
it's,
what it
and,
is.
and I am putting light on it because I want people to understand. And you talk to them about talk to us about the importance of having an insurance policy for when you leave the planet for your loved ones.
It's important because let your family have the ability to love on you, respect the memories from your life, and grieve properly. When you don't have that life insurance policy, you fumbling around, you doing fundraisers, GoFundMe, or donations. Somebody in the family has to hold out paying their mortgage or rent just to give you their budgeted money for that month they were going to pay their bills to help you get a service together. And so it's just hard on the family. They're called final expenses, trying to do a funeral, even a cremation is expensive now. So some kind of life insurance, leaving something is helpful for the family so you don't leave your financial burdens on them. It's just a matter of respect. Not all of your family members are going to be equipped with funding to readily go to a mortuary and pay thousands of dollars to give you a proper service, because no one wants to give their family a service and have people come and everybody's looking like, wow, this is a horrible service. This is the best they could do. Literally, sometimes it is when they don't have insurance, because they have to scrape up what they can and try to
Mhm.
do something to give you a proper service, a burial or something. One one misconception about life insurance is you have that living benefit. A lot of people think I'm paying this premium for so and so, and she gets on my nerve. But if she passed, I gotta be ready. I got to be ready to do a service for her. You will have a living benefit. It's a whole life insurance policy.
Mhm.
You can borrow from it while you're living. If you want to invest in what have you, a home, a car, maybe you just need a vacation, or maybe you need to pay somebody's tuition for college for the betterment of their life. I like to always let folks know it's not just for your loved ones. If you invest in it, it's just something there for you while you're living as well. So that's a good benefit as well. But majority reason why you're doing it is to make sure there's something there for those final expenses. Don't just leave medical
Oh, wait, we lost our whole feed.
thing. you know.
There you
and
are.
and
You
life
got,
insurance
I
will
couldn't see you. I couldn't
prepare the
hear you.
family so that they know already if you're a beneficiary, you're going to receive the money. I call it a love gift because that's what it is. It's really a gift you're leaving to the family,
Mhm.
to take care of your expenses. And some people might say, well, I don't have any bills, I paid all my bills. You're not going to have to worry about nothing. Okay, what about your service? What do we need to do? Okay, just cremate me. Okay,
Okay.
that costs too. It's not cheap. You'd be surprised.
I
Hmm.
trust me. I have
Can you
planned
hear me?
a many of funerals, a many homegoing
Did we
celebrations for
freeze
people
up?
in my
Did we
family
freeze
and
up?
people outside of my family because they didn't know what to do. And I'm like, okay, but didn't you know that you was gonna die one day? So why wouldn't you be prepared for that? Um, I don't understand that part. Uh, oh, here you because and we can be so judgmental. Oh, what? And you passing around a hat for? Okay, but then what if you did pass around a hat? Now this happened in our to our family
Mm-hmm.
many years ago, fussing about the life insurance and everything. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
she too old to pay a premium for it. I'm like, one day she gonna leave the planet, so let's be prepared. Oh, you coming in here with all that highfalutin, crazy California stuff? We need to be prepared. We need to come. We
You
don't
better
need no
not
life
try.
insurance. This is what I used to hear all the time. Well, when I'm dead, the problem is yours. I said, no, when you dead, see, I ain't the one. I am not the one that you could come to and say, oh, let me have some money for his funeral. Okay. No. I had several insurance policies on many of my family members. Not several, like on them particularly, but like even just $10,000 because you think about it, a funeral and a cremation is now like $8,000, and then you do the funeral, you got to pay for the casket, you got to pay for the flowers, you got to pay for the crypt, you got to pay for the headstone, all of
That's
this.
right.
And
That's
so
right.
my
Opening and
whole thing
closing
was,
the
okay,
grave.
I don't. It sounds
Mm-hmm.
like a party. I don't want to be dead in mine. I just want to have the repast and see who show up. I want to have a traveling funeral service. You think about, and people do not want to plan, especially our people. I'm talking about our African Americans, Black people, people. All of us who are in the considered minorities, we don't take this serious enough. I mean, you see people outside having like you said, having car washes because we raising money for Bobo. He got hit and killed by a
Mm-hmm.
drunk. I'm like, really? Everybody told me I was crazy when I took out insurance policies on our grandchildren.
Mm.
And they go, they just kids, right? Okay, but they got a grow up plan. So long as we paying the
Oh, the
premium.
Gerber. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And talk to us about the importance of being able to, uh, go through the quagmire because it could be very overwhelming when you really don't understand how insurance works. So, how do you walk through one of your clients when they're coming in? And I'm sure you have them that go, "Oh, Miss Stewart, I don't know all this. What help me?"
I have to have tremendous patience and I don't mind because I know that in our community, a lot of us haven't been educated on the importance of it. So the
Mhm,
first thing in my role is patience and not trying to use too big of words and terminology, making it where layman terms they can understand.
mhm,
Okay. And so that's how I approach it. And the main thing when you get up in age, a lot of folks don't like the cost of the premium because the older you get, the more it costs. And I have to explain to them it's based on your age and your current health conditions.
mhm,
Your neighbor might be the same age as you and got a better policy than you because they're more healthy.
mhm,
It's all about that health and the
mhm.
underwriting. They're going to want the most healthiest person is going to get a better plan.
Yeah.
So getting over those hurdles and letting folks know with the surprise. A lot of time in our community, we like to wait till we sometime late 60s, almost 70s. And the cutoff to enroll in a new policy is 85 years old. So
Mhm,
once you're past 85, you can no longer enroll in a new insurance plan. But as you approach that age, you can imagine it's hundreds of dollars a month to get a little bit of something, because you wait a long time. You get smaller policy with a smaller premium as you get older. And
mhm.
but it's something that's left to the family. So
But
the
is
biggest
that fair?
hurt.
Is that fair? Because what you're talking about, it sounds like term life. because and that's you got a certain amount of time to pay this, and if you outlive your policy, oh
It's
well, moving
gone.
on. So because I plan on dying at 417, so I'm not gonna be way off the radar, and and so and
You gonna
so.
be here, huh?
Oh, please, are you kidding me?
I claim that too, Mills of
See,
Love. I claim that I'm gonna
listen,
be here.
we are when you stand in your purpose and you do what you do because you love what you do, because you know it can change
Mm-hmm.
people's lives. Just being able to sit down with someone who is, like you said, not using really big, corporate words,
Yeah.
where they can understand what you're saying. And then if they tell you, well, I don't understand, and you have the mental acuity and the passion with your patients to say, okay, let me meet you where you are.
Right.
What
Right.
should what should we be looking for in an insurance policy? Okay, because our grandkids are like, yeah, oh Lord, I done told them, I done said her to see you done just started me off the y'all are not the y'all will not get the insurance. I'm just letting y'all know because
Mm-hmm.
we've had them insured since they were born, and
Mm-hmm.
so
Very
you
good.
never know. You just never know. And I remember one of my girlfriends. This was back in Cleveland, and she sent her son. This is when kids could go buy cigarettes, and she sent her son just across the street. Sean, it wasn't even a big street. It was like a two-lane
Mm-hmm.
street, one up and one. Send him to the. She asked him to go across the street to the store and get her a pack of cigarettes. He coming back. She's looking out the window because she could see where he's going. She looking out the window and she see her child hit by a car. This
Mm.
child went. The guy was driving so fast, and he was drunk in the middle of the afternoon, driving so fast. He hit
Wow.
this kid. He flipped over his hood and across the hood, the hood of and ended up in the back of the car. He hit him so hard, he
That's
died
terrible.
instantly. And she said the one thing that everybody told her something was wrong with her, that she would have an insurance policy out on him. And why would she do something like that? And she was an independent person. She had her own small business. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody, I was like, y'all got a lot of shut up, mother love. Just shut up, mother love. Because I was fit to be tied. And
Yes.
okay, now while all of them was fussing about having her having insurance on him, then they come to the funeral falling all out on the floor. Oh, you didn't. If she had came to you and asked you for $5, yo punk. See,
You said get lost, but you came there and you put on a show. We like put on shows sometime at the funeral.
and that's when you can find out
And
the guilty people. That's when you can find
that's what
out
they say.
them
The
the
ones
ones
that
holding
cry
the
the
most.
most is the most guilty, is because you didn't come around, you didn't come and show your love, and now you
And we
having a hard time at the service.
and
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, yeah, right. I mean,
Yeah,
seriously, and it's important that we do because the insurance is your insurance is your assurance that the people that you leave behind are taken care of, and
yeah.
and a lot of people don't. I don't know what's wrong with your folks, girl. They don't want to talk about stuff. They don't want to talk about money.
We
How
kind of
difficult is it?
superstitious about stuff. We think if I talk about not planning too much, I'd rather just let my kids take care of it, because maybe I'm gonna jinx myself. Maybe something's gonna happen when I start planning and talking about. You talk about things, stuff happens. People are superstitious in that way. And I tell them all the time, if you wait for your kids, like sometimes they can't make a decision whether they want to go ahead and move forward with enrolling in a plan. I want to go talk to my kids. I say, listen, kids are never going to want to sit down and talk with their parents about death. They prefer you to put the plans in place and let me know how you want things carried out. After you're gone, I'll step in. Most kids don't want to sit down and plan. We have to, as parents, go ahead and get those policies, get them in place, your will and trust and all of that, and your beneficiaries and your power attorneys and your trustees, and then sit down and have a meeting with our family. That's the next things people always talk to me about after they get the policy. Should I work on a will and a trust? You should,
Oh
because if you
yeah.
have assets, they're going to be fighting over them, or you don't want things to go in probate and the government take it, and your family have to worry about probate, mandatory fees with the court, and all kind of expensive lawyer fees to get the house back to the family, which is generational wealth, a whole nother thing that
Wait. We got to talk about that too
yeah.
because you know how we can get. Oh, I got mine, you get yours. Not I got mine. Let me turn around and help you get yours. Let
That's
me
right.
allow myself to, I'm never too proud to get on my knees, all fours, and let the next generation stand up on my shoulders and me
That's
stand up.
right.
And we get so we talk ourselves out of success for the most part. And that's
Yeah.
one of the things that I find very disheartening because I mean the service that you provide is this is a service that everybody needs. I mean, when I like I said, when our grandkids were little kids, they thought and you don't know what's gonna happen. And then if they when they get into sports or when they're 16, they start driving, you gotta be ready for this and have a
Mhm.
foundation. Oh no, so what you say? They did you just wishing bad news on me. Uh
Hmm. Yeah, but we'll go and buy. I'll tell my clients sometimes, say, you have your cell phone, you have insurance on your cell phone. Your cell phone, if you have the newest one, could have cost $1,000. How about, do you go to Starbucks every day and you buying that $5, $6, $7? I love Starbucks, but we have to put our priorities in place. We making other people rich who have their ducks in a row, but you're not taking that money that you have that's discretionary, how you can use it, and helping yourself create wealth, helping yourself plant seeds to put your family in a position where if you pass, they're
no,
not going to
when
be
you
in
pass,
debt
because it's
forever.
not if.
Yep, when you pass, because this is inevitable. You're going to transition. It's just a matter of time. And if things aren't in place, it's going to be a mess. I mean, what do people expect their family to do? They have to do something. They got to have some kind of service, even a cremation. Somebody's going to have to let something wait to take care of your business that you wouldn't do while you were here. And it's unfair to the family, especially when we're here and a few pennies a day will take care of your monthly premium when it's due. But you take those few pennies a day and we put it into so many other things we don't need. Like, we spend billions in the retail industry. We'll take all our money and go buy those Jordans, those expensive jeans. We love, all those expensive things. But then when you look, have you got your back porch cleaned off good? Have you got your house in order? Some people are like, what you mean by house in order? Have you gotten your life insurance? Do you have your will? Do you have things in place? Have you sat with your children and your family member or your grandchildren and let them know? Because life is short. We never know when we walk out that door. You planning to do these things, but a lot of times we don't get to it.
Right.
Things happen, tragedies. Like, I was planning to do that. Man, I was. Now you're
What
not here,
what
and
does
family's
John
scrambling.
say?
And
What
you
does
know
John
how we do when somebody pass. Major fights, major arguments. I get the family to even call me. I've had the families call me. Can you talk to her and let her know
see?
when
Okay.
when when Big Mama took out this policy, this is what she wanted. Not what cousin Cece say or not what auntie says. This is what Big Mama said.
This what she
This
wanted,
this what
and
she wanted. Mm-hmm.
that happened to us when our mother passed away. God rest her soul.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm the second oldest of six, and
Mm.
she she came to me. I'm a middle child. I haven't. They don't care what. That's my oldest daughter. He's my two boy. Oh, then my little baby. Oh yeah, that's her over there. And so I had to make myself known and get my position in the family like toot
That's right.
sweet. And so when she passed away,
Mm-hmm.
well, before she passed away, she came out here to California and she stayed with us for a month. And she said that was the best time she ever had in her
Oh.
life. And I said, because she said I was a problem child. And at that conversation, she said, I had to stay on you because you were focused. You know what you wanted to do and you were going to go after it. You weren't going to be mealy mouth. You weren't going to be, no pussyfoot, none of that. And and I know that you could handle this. So she targeted me to go help her go through her living will, her trust, her
Mm-hmm.
assets, insurance, what she wanted to do. She
Mm-hmm.
had it down. What the kind of music she wanted, how she wanted to be. Oh,
Wow.
she had it down.
She had a final wishes planner
Oh
where she
yeah, she
say,
had
I
a
want,
plan, and this
this
plan
the
had been in
pastor I
place.
want, the church home I want this color dress. Don't put that color wig on me.
Oh, she said, "Don't." She said, "This girl, you must have been in the living room with her." She said, "Look, don't y'all wear black." And she said, "If I die in the springtime, which I probably am, because I'm gonna die on my own term." And she said, "Like what? Okay." He said, I don't want to be dressed in none of them funeral clothes. Give me, I want a brand new dress. I said, after we put you in the casket, you got to take the brand new dress off and wear it. She like, I don't understand
Wait a
why we
minute
dress
now.
dead people. Why you put shoes on a dead person? Where they going? They ain't walking nowhere. Why you put glasses on a dead person? They can't see nothing.
Yes,
You know, I mean,
yes,
she
they
was
put
standing
all
next
that
to me.
stuff on.
Why are we whispering at a funeral? They can't hear us. I went over to my mama. Mama! She didn't move. After that, it was a party. It was a celebration. I said, I'm not gonna mourn my mother's death. I'm gonna celebrate her
Celebration.
life. And I put on the front of the her obituary looked like a magazine. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
she was on point. She was on point. I was out here in California, and when I told, shared with the world that my mother had passed away,
Yeah.
girl, if them black and other colored people did not talk about me like a dog. Oh, you had all your friends send your mama all these flowers. We weren't gonna get no big stuff. Okay. You forget, she's 1/6 of my mother too. We had a blast. I mean, we had a blast. She said, I want you, baby, I want you to wear red because you look fire and red. And I want you to get up and I want you to say some words. I don't want them crying and falling out loud. Don't let your sister and brothers and them fall out because they too big for you to pick up. I was like, they gonna fall out if you want. So I get up and I just do this whole 20-25 minute stand-up routine about growing up with this woman raising me, and these are her sisters and brothers, and my sisters and brothers and our family, and they was all, girl, yeah, your mama was always whooping your behind. They have to bring that part up because when
You knew
and
what you
after the
were, you gonna
insurance, when
say
the
it.
insurance come in, they go, well, when is the check coming? Did you cash the check in? So that's why you can't tell people.
They talking about the insurance check. Did the insurance check come? We know some. Those are some words that we will say in our community. Did you get the insurance? Who got the insurance money?
Mm.
Oh, we'll talk about that insurance when it's time to come. But majority of us don't want to hear about enrollment in it, making premiums. But when somebody passed, they want to know what's the insurance there and who got the insurance money. We good about talking. Let's talk about that. That's what they.
See, obviously the producer did not tell you, Miss Stewart, that we don't do logic before 4 o'clock. Are you with me? Can't make that much sense. What do you see? I mean, culturally, what do you see and what do you think that we can do culturally to make getting life insurance and understanding the importance of it, and especially when you get a grow up plan or you get a plan for yourself that you can borrow on, when you get to if you need that, and
Mhm.
so, and I didn't realize this, that when you're like going out for insurance or going out for a house or whatever kind of debt card you're trying to get, and they'll ask you, do you have a life insurance policy?
I
And how
know
much
it's
is it worth? I'm
interesting.
like, why you need to know how much my life insurance policy is worth? Where does that come from with the corporate people?
They see that as an asset. Like
Mhm,
when if you refinance your house, or
mhm,
they're looking for other means of collateral to cover the risk of them giving you loans and stuff. So they're looking for all kind of, you got any stocks? You got any 401ks? How many pensions do you have? You have any bonds? You got any life insurance? All of that is just collateral to back the loans that they're
mhm,
giving you.
mhm,
And so when I hear that question, that's what comes to mind to me. I've heard it only when doing transactions. I've heard and been asked before about life insurance, what you're just saying. Do you have any? And it was startling to me too, because I was like, why does that matter? But then after getting in the industry, I learned what it mattered, because if it's a whole life, it has cash values. And it's available to you if you get into a point where you're going to lapse on a loan that you took out in a transaction. That's a collateral you can go to. So they want to feel comfortable. We giving you
mhm.
a loan that you have other assets as collateral that you can go to when you can't pay me my money.
Simple as that.
Hmm.
When we talk about simplicity, what are some of the pitfalls that you see and some of the highs that you see in clients, and getting them comfortable to want to even talk about life insurance, and when we're gonna get to generational wealth, because that we way down a total pole on that one. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's rarely do is it simplicity in it, because having the patience first of all, to explain it all.
Mhm.
But it can be difficult because of the underwriting. So I would love for it to have some simple things about it, but the process itself to get to the final enrollment calls for perhaps an exam. With some carriers, we have carriers that will cover regardless of health conditions, and you don't take an exam. But a
Mhm.
lot of them, when you get up there and you want more than $50,000, 40,000 and up, they want to do an exam, and that'll
Oh
be
yeah,
part of the requirements from the underwriter to
yeah.
determine if they want to approve you. Blood, urine, paramed meaning a background history on your medical conditions, medications, diagnosis, surgeries, those type of things. They want to know whether or not, if you were advised by your physician to have a certain procedure or a certain
Mhm.
test done, that you did follow the instructions. Because if you don't, when they're doing underwriting, they're looking in the medical records, they can see what your physician required or asked or recommended for you to do. And they
Mhm.
will ask that question. If they see it, they'll come back to myself as a broker and say, ask your client why they didn't finish doing the colonoscopy that was requested in 2022, or did
Mhm.
they and we just missed it in the medical records. Ask them, and if they did, ask them what were their results from it. Oh
Mhm.
yeah, they'll go through things with a fine-tooth comb. So yeah, it's all about I wish it was some simple things with it, but it's only simple when you have carriers that have more lenient underwriting that doesn't require an exam. I
Mhm.
would say that's the most simplified thing in the process itself, with engaging in clients and trying to enroll them. When you don't have to do exams. When you have to do an exam, sometimes you have to come back and give your client, some bad news. I wasn't able to get you covered because of, your diagnosis. But then
Mhm.
there's other carriers, and normally that's for an illness. Um, and sometimes, it could be DMV. Some of the big carriers, they go all the way through your DMV, check that out, criminal
Wait,
history,
share with
all
people.
that.
Wait, hold on. Share with people what that acronym stands for.
DMV.
Mhm.
Oh, the Department of Motor Vehicles.
Oh,
Like,
you're talking about the regular DMV. See, I
uh-huh.
thought it was a new thing. I thought it was
No,
that I didn't. That's why I asked. What about it? Isn't
yeah,
that the
ask.
motor vehicle?
Yeah, they'll go through that. They'll go through your driving record to see if you had a reckless driving background,
Now, see,
maybe
I did
drunk
not know
driving.
that. I did
Yeah.
not know they go through the. And how far legally can they delve into your background and your health care or lack of health care?
Usually, so like if you go into the doctor's office and they prescribe you a prescription and
Mhm.
you don't feel it, because you might go to your doctor and they might say, oh, I'm gonna prescribe three medications. But when you went down to the pharmacy, you're like, I'm only getting one. This allergy medication, I'm not getting the rest of it. I don't need that. Well, guess what? Once the doctor writes that prescription,
Oh wait, I don't know why I keep losing her. Well, she was telling us about.
stay there
Okay, there you go.
for like 7 years. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
see,
I'm sorry.
wait a minute. I lost you for a second. What did you say before the 7 years? She keep dropping. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there you go.
About that. So when your doctor writes a prescription for you,
Mm,
I always tell people, if you think you are not going to fill that prescription, then why have the physician write that? Be honest and tell them. I mean, it feels weird to say that, but here's the implications. When you get ready to get life insurance, every one of those prescriptions that the doctor wrote, whether you filled them or not, is going to be in the medical information bureau. It's a database, and they'll be able to see all the medications. And so sometimes when I'm writing a policy and it does a real time prescription check before I can submit it to the carrier,
mhm,
it'll come back and show me all the medications. I might
mhm,
ask them about a certain medication. They're like, I never took that. It's popping up under there. Oh, wait a minute. I remember when he prescribed it. I didn't get it filled, but he prescribed it. I said, yeah, and it's showing. So I can always put there that it wasn't filled, but
mhm.
the doctor wrote it. So that's one thing people don't know, that when they're writing those prescriptions, you have no idea that you might want to get some life insurance next year, or what have you. And you have no idea, just because you didn't feel it, that it's not going to come up. And some people are just upset about that. They're like, if I didn't feel it, Just because he
It-
wrote it, it shouldn't be following me. But that's
right.
not how it works.
It's like the internet. You give me money. If it's on the internet, it can't be true unless it's on the internet. No, if I decide that I'm not going to take this medication, and see, that's another thing about us as a people.
Hmm.
A lot of us will wait till the last minute to go into the doctor to get care. And then when you go to the doctor to get the care, and the doctor has said, for instance, he told you 6 months ago, you got to get some of that weight off of you. You know, that's
Hmm. Hmm.
on your heart. This is why your ankles are swollen. This is why you can't put on shoes. And I'm telling you,
Yes.
you need to take this particular pill or do this particular exercise, and they might do it for a day, you know, and they might do it for a day. Oh, and they'll say, "Well, I tried to stop smoking. When? The day you told me I should stop smoking." I said, "He said, well, when was the next cigarette? The next day." No,
But I only had one or two versus the five that day. So it's improvement, but
right. Any improvement is a good improvement,
it
and
is.
we take our health so much for granted and don't understand that we have a right to be healthy. We have a right to be healthy and well enough to be able to get an insurance policy for our. And I'm so glad they start calling their final expenses insurance.
Yes.
You know, because like I said, I'm going more into the check clear. I will be sick. They have to get a neti pot because my snot gonna be coming out. The mail's in. Let's go to the bank. I'm serious. Because I mean, I don't know why people take a life so serious. We're not coming out of this alive. You know, and since I know I'm not coming out of this alive, and I got a generation behind me and the next generation behind them. So why wouldn't I do this so I have a foundation because I want to build generational wealth. Talk to us about the importance of generational health, generational wealth, and why it's really needed in our community. Like you said, we'll spend money on just the craziest stuff. But we're talking about your future and what, looking ahead. It's like I don't know if I don't think I want to go through that. I remember talking to my brother, God rest his soul, and he was one of the nicest people you ever wanted to meet, and he oh wait, okay,
Here I am. We're back.
I got you. And
Yeah.
he just got, he just got caught up in the drugs and what have you. And it was just really, really hard on our mother. And she would
Hmm.
always say, I could not bear having to bury one of my children. And I knew who she was talking about. So she and I was talking on the phone one day, and she said, I just don't know what to do. I guess you do get a life insurance policy out of them. I'll pay the premium, you know.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
she took out a life insurance enough to bury him, enough for, at least for his kids to have some kind of change, in their pocket where they could start whatever they wanted to do.
Right, right.
The
I
insurance,
feel the generational wealth gives our next generation a start.
right.
Even though we might have had to work two, three jobs just to put some seeds in place to give our next generation a chance, give them some leverage. Like you said, put something in place where they can stand on your shoulders and go from there so it's not the ground up. It is very hard for us because every time we make money, we take it out of our community. We don't spend it in our community.
Girl,
It's
wait a
going
minute.
somewhere
Hold on.
else.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I got to hold on to some furniture because somebody coming here to get hold my mule because I'm getting run around.
You're too
And,
funny.
and we I don't understand. See, I really don't understand how we are so disconnected in our own community.
Yes.
You go and they used to get on my nerve. I mean, I come from the projects, and I lived in the hood until I came out here to California and started living with the
Hmm.
high people. And
Yeah.
so, oh yeah. And so, to say to them, okay, there was a little corner store right down the street from us. I mean, it took you like 10 steps to get to the corner store. So they had been in the neighborhood for generations. Well, the kids didn't want to take care of this. They didn't want to take over the store. So when I found out that the store was up for sale,
Okay.
girl, I went up and almost there's like 23, 24 houses on my street on both sides. I went to everybody on that street. They said start with your soft market, right? I
Yep.
went to everybody down the street. And I said, look, they getting ready to sell the store. Why don't we all pitch in and we can buy the store and we can keep the money
Hmm.
in? Good. If they didn't look at me like I had a third eye growing in the middle of my forehead and
Like, what
somebody
is she
crazy.
talking about? By the store?
I was like, really? You don't see the importance of keeping this family? So then, this is the part that pissed me off with them. Okay, so they didn't want to do it. But as soon as the some of the Arab people came in to take over, which I glory in their spunk, because that when they came in and bought it, then everybody like, we ain't spending all our money with the Arabs. I'm saying, well, you didn't want to spend your money with your own neighborhood. So why you
That's
mad at
right.
them because they saw it? Oh, they,
Mm-hmm.
they ain't like me. No,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I said, oh, let's have a moment for that. Moment's over. Moving on. So let's talk about the importance of generational wealth and how we can get our young people to, and even older people, because, they're talking about us working till we 70 years old. You can't even go for it. you know?
Stop it. Oh, that's just ridiculous. They are making these pensions make folks stay on the job too long. When you come home at age 70 or something after retiring, what's left? You are so tired from corporate America. Your hair's past gray, it's white. You done dyeing that because that's just ain't happening no more once
They
you
just
turn
ain't
that
gonna
color.
work. And what, excuse me, what advice would you give? Okay, this is my hypothetical scenario. There's a young couple, 35, which they should have had insurance on them a long time ago, but nonetheless, shut up, mother love. 35 years old. They got 3 kids, all under the age of we'll say under the age of 12. 12 and 8
Yeah.
and 4. Okay. And they working and they got really good jobs, but they don't have any insurance policies. They're not looking at what they're gonna do, and they, oh,
Hmm.
I don't need an insurance policy. Oh, like just let me have that address and name to the person who giving you them happy drugs that make you think you're not gonna die and make you think this is not gonna be something that you need or your children would need. What would you advise these young people? Because they're kind of, starting to rebuild. They don't want to have the big houses. They don't want to have these big fancy cars. They don't want to have
They
all
want
this
the new
debt
little
being down
houses.
on them.
They want the little houses that you see on Instagram and
Uh-huh,
Facebook, the
uh-huh.
little bitty tiny house, the mini
Mhm.
house. Yeah, I would say in that scenario, you're young like that, put your
I don't know why. Every time she get ready to give us some information.
because it's
Okay,
going
there
to
we go.
grow and you're going to be able to pull that money out and maybe invest into something else like rental income property. Now
Hmm.
you can collect rent off that and you're going to still have your life insurance policy if something happens to you. But the beauty of it is making yourself the bank. Whenever you go to a financial institution, they're going to run your credit and see what your FICO score is and see if you even qualify for the loan. And mind you, once they run that hard check, you're going to lose points. But with life insurance, putting your money in it when you're in your 30s and you're young, letting that money grow,
Hmm.
whenever you need to borrow from it, there's no credit checks. A lot of people don't know that with life insurance. Whenever you want that money, you've made yourself the bank. Okay? You don't have to go and ask. You tell, I want this money. You don't
Oh, I
run
love that.
credit
I
checks.
love
There's no
that. Oh
FICO
my
scores.
God.
There's no
I love
taxes to
that.
IRS. It's clear of that. When you
I
get money
I
from the
love what
bank,
you
there's
just said.
implications
Okay.
from it. Interest
You
rates,
said
okay? FICO
you
score,
ain't
you may
going
not
in and
qualify,
asking.
and you're
You
running my
I mean
credit and
you
making it come down. So I would say to people
right.
that are younger, put your money in there and let your money start growing. Because what about your children? You may want them to get a college education. Okay, you may not have a college fund. Time runs real fast. Kids grow up fast. Before you know it, they need that tuition money. You can go to your life insurance and be able to give your kids tuition money so that they can go to school and you don't have to worry about the burden of I don't have the money to send you to school and you have to get a student loan and you're going to have to pay that money back. So it's
With
good
interest.
because you're investing in it for yourself for the living benefits for the things you like to do for generational wealth, such as if you wanted to invest in some property or maybe a business, it'll be there for that. But also, it's a fallback position for your children that you want to have a great life, be successful, have the ability to have a career, and sometimes an education provides for that. So we always have trouble sometime in our community with funding because we don't always have college funds. We have to get them student loans and stuff sometimes to get those credentials. So that
Right.
life insurance can serve a lot of purpose. Take care of a death benefit if something happens. You can get a mortgage payment protection as well. Being young like that in your 30s, if you got a loan, or even
Hmm.
if you older and you're married and you get a loan later on in life to buy a home,
Mhm.
maybe you might be thinking, I got a late start on my family, and now my children are young and I'm older, but I still bought a home later. You might want to get mortgage payment protection because you figure I may pass and my kids may be still young and I want to leave that home as generational wealth. How are they going to sustain those mortgage payments and pay for it? With a mortgage payment protection loan, you can set that up so your children can get a certain amount of money per month to pay off that loan. So if you had
Mhm.
a loan for 250,000, which is unheard of in California now, they don't have any more houses for 250,000, barely
Girl, they
500,000
might,
out
but
here.
they might, but it
Um,
be women. They
but you can
might
set
have
up a
it.
mortgage payment
Wait a minute.
protection
Wait a minute. They
and
might
say
have it.
the payments are $3,000 a month. You can set it up where when you pass, your children will receive that amount every month to pay that mortgage. And it's like a lottery system. The kids will have an opportunity. Either you get all the payments every month like you're supposed to for the next 20, 30 years, depending on how many years they set it up with, or you can do it like the lottery. You take it lump sum, which means you get less. So if your people left you a $300,000 policy and you're saying, I want all the money now, well, it's going to operate like the lottery they do in California. If you want all the money now, we're going to have to take some of it. You're not going to get all of the million. You might get 850,000, but you're not going to get a million because you wanted it all lump. If you wait and you're patient, then you will get all of the money through monthly
Mhm.
payments. So I would say,
I don't know what. Okay, we are just having just a. This is just a cookie time, I guess. Okay, there you are.
I keep getting people calling and it's just cutting off my volume.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that what the deal
Yeah.
is? Okay, wait a minute.
Yes,
I'm
it's not
talking.
you. You're perfectly fine. It's on my side every
Well,
time
that's
that phone
good. Tell
rings.
them we said hey from the Mother Love Show. What's
I
up
gotta
with
tell them,
y'all?
don't call right now. You
Oh,
interrupted my interview with
it's
Mother
just like
Love.
the little kids. They could be walking around the house the whole day and said nothing to you, ain't even looked at you. Let the phone ring. They right here in your face.
Exactly,
I'm like,
exactly.
what do you
So
want?
that's what
Mom, mom,
I was
mom, what do you
going.
want? Uh, and that's what you get. How old are your children?
I have 35,
Like years old?
30, 35 years old. I
Okay.
got one 30 years old. I
Uh-huh.
got one 19 years old, and
Uh-huh.
I got one 11.
I know what the child that's 11. I know what that means. You ain't got where you know what
That was my
I would not have
oopsie.
known your children were like grown, except for your youngest that's 11. You got grown children. So now
Yes.
are they when you talk to them about it, are they, in tune with what mom does and they follow your roadmap?
Yeah, they do. Not so much with the insurance because you have to have a license for that,
Oh,
but
okay.
they do understand a lot about the policies because I've sat them down and I've talked to them about the type of policies that I have for them and I have for myself. So
Mhm.
they understand it. They just can't offer it because they don't have a license. The other businesses, yeah, they know about them.
Oh, let's talk about the other businesses because I didn't even know that you did this. And she gave my husband your business card that said you
uh
were an insurance agent. And I'm like, well, she got all these hats, and you got to send me a hat.
okay, yeah,
You
I
know, you got
got
to
you.
send me a hat.
I got you. Yeah, I
I I,
got you.
I should get a hat. I should have a hat from you. Talk about your other side hustles because in your bio, and you say this, you are a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah, before I knew it, I started opening that. Once I got the confidence after opening up the insurance business, and then I took it nationwide. At first, it was just California. Then I
Mhm.
did Texas, and that was doing good. And then I started getting people from different states asking for quotes. So I expanded it. So now I'm nationwide broker. Then got with Better Business Bureau, got A+. And so now I'm helping people all over the country. So it kind of just expanded. And then from there, that gave me the confidence you can do other things too. So that's when I went to the Savvy Tops and Hats. And it was during the
And they are
pandemic.
so sharp, y'all. I'm telling you, they are so sharp. I had to get away. I had to put blinders on. Walk away from the table, mother love. Walk away from. See, and
We
she still thought that was funny. Like she don't even understand. My husband had taken my wallet. He said, "Give me your pocketbook." And I
no
look
more
at my.
pocketbooks.
He got this big giant pink Tory Burch Percy in my wallet, and I'm like, "Honey, can I get away from the table?"
When we saw you, we were so tickled because we was like, "What's wrong? The lady's covering her face. What we doing?" You said, "No, it's too many pocketbooks. I can't look at the pocketbook." We was like, "Nah, come on over here and take a peek at these pocketbooks
See,
and hats."
and just so y'all know, she and her husband were instigating. He was like, "Oh yeah, Mother Love, look at this one right here.
My
We
husband,
don't have it
yeah.
in black, but we could get it for you in black." I mean, he was selling it too.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh yeah,
that
it's
company
nice
is
to
called
have his support. I appreciate him a lot. Yeah, and then after the Savvy Tops and Hats, it was really took off a lot in the pandemic because we were closed in. Nobody
right.
could shop. People were bored. And they were just buying stuff to be buying stuff. They just to have something to do. All everybody was going live, selling something, doing something because we were just stuck and bored in the house. You can't have more than five people there. So you know how that goes. And then from
Oh,
there, I went and opened up the I have a property preservation business where foreclosure homes, we go in with our crew and we make sure things are in place. So for the bank, it's really like working for the bank so that they can resell the property. You make sure the lawn is kept up. If some problems with the roof, you get your crew there, fix the roof. If the windows need to be boarded up, so nobody going in and vandalizing, you take care of that painting. You're doing whatever the bank orders in property preservation to preserve the property until they can get it back on the market. And once they do, till it sells. And until it sells, you will be in charge of the maintenance and keeping the house up. I got into that. And then the last one I do is the skincare, Cali Sun Glow. Yeah.
Oh yes, we can. I mean, because I was looking at you when we met, and I was like,
Mhm.
you are flawless. I mean, your complexion is so beautiful.
Thank
I mean, it's
you.
all one color and everything. But I have to spackle stuff
Yes.
on me to be the same. You know, when you get to be my age, stuff be go falling
Yeah,
down
I
and
got to get
going to
you
the
some
wayside. You got to
skincare.
spackle it on.
Right, right. I'm 57, so I started seeing the signs of
Oh yeah,
aging.
why don't you just throw that up in people's faces? Why don't
I used to be embarrassed sometimes, like I'm not telling anybody that I'm past 50 or whatever. But now I don't know. Once I got the skincare,
It's freeing. Let me tell you, you're
yeah,
57. Listen, when I hit 50, it was all over but the shouting. I had lost 111 pounds because I had got really, really sick with my
yeah.
diabetes. And I'm like, okay,
Oh,
this ain't going down. I ain't going down like that. I'm too cute to have diabetes take me out.
that's
No.
right.
And I'm like, okay. So then when I got to 50 and 55 and 60, I was like, I wish one of them little kids would bring their little bold head self over here and talk to me crazy. I will snatch your face off. I see they need some other love like that. They really do. Because some of the time these parents with these kids are not teaching them the importance of, having a life insurance policy, having something to fall back on, leaving generational wealth for your children, for your grandchildren. And they grow up so fast. I am still trying to figure out who is this big guy that keep coming over to my house. You gotta keep him. Hey mom, how you doing? I'm like, who are you? I'm like, you funny. You funny. I'm like, really? When he told his birthday was in June, and he told me how old he was, I'm like, how in the world can you be that age? And that's like 3 years older than I am already. No, I'm like, you crazy. You don't know it. Wait a minute, are we all off? Okay, wait. Okay, wait a minute. We just having some issues. See, I ain't saying nothing. Wait a minute, hold on. The button ain't working. Uh, wait.
There we
Oh, there
are.
you are. See, I think you like this
Yes.
disappearing
I was
act
like,
with me.
where is she?
So what's coming up next for you?
Not a thing.
Like I believe I can fly around this room. Okay.
I got something on the horizon, but
No, now.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I don't know.
What is it?
I get a little something,
I
something.
want to know, but tell us we only got a few seconds left. Tell us about the
I
Cali
might be
Sun
opening
Glow.
up a beauty salon. I might be opening up a salon. I don't have a license to do hair, but I have some operators, so
Oh,
that might be on the horizon next. Yes.
so now you said you're doing insurance all over the country. How do people get in touch with you if they want to need the policy?
Website, stewartinsuranceservices.com. Instagram at Stewart Insurance Services. There's a link in the bio on the Instagram page. Uh, Calling 877-922-0111. You can call and make an appointment. Go to my social medias or go to the website. I also offer a master class. The next one is going to be on September 14th. It's $25 to teach individuals my blueprint if they want to open up their own business and become an insurance broker. I teach them all the ropes. I help them with getting contracted with the carriers, how to build their own down, everything.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, you're just a badass, and I'm so glad I got a chance to meet
Thank
you. And
you.
I'm just loving the fact, even with you dropping on me all the time. I know,
They keep calling like, no,
I
I
know.
want
Well,
you to
that's what the
call, but not
people,
right
that's what they
now.
love you. They love you. And I am so enamored with you. Shawnda Stewart, it has been my distinct honor and pleasure to chat with you. Always know that you got a place right here with Mother Love. And remember, you
Absolutely.
guys can catch Mother Love and listen to Shawnda on the internet, on the Facebook, on the Twitter, did a 2 4 Facebook, Instagram, all that. And I want
That's
you to
right.
know this, people, no matter how big or tall, short or small, thick or thin, matters not what skin you're in. Everybody needs some other love now and then.